Man, they ain't got it like that, man. Hating when we shine, but sleeping when we grind. Make a nigga lose his mind. How you got it like that?
Let's check it out. It's another segment of the Why Wait podcast. 100 Shades. And as always, I definitely got a very, very, very special guest sitting in front of you today. And if you don't know who's sitting in front of me, I'm going to go ahead and allow her to introduce herself. So go ahead and tell them your name and what it is you do.
I'm Lauren, and I'm a DJ, Lo. My DJ's name is Lo. I'm from the 7-5 Newport News. Born and raised, we're not gonna go into detail, but yeah, Newport News.
We're definitely going into detail.
A little later, yeah. But
Okay. So, Lauren, obviously, if y'all didn't know, this is Sweet and Low. Can you talk about how you actually, I don't know, how did you come up with that?
I don't know, it just popped up in my head one day.
You remember the day you came up with it?
Maybe like last year sometime. I don't remember the day, but I don't know. It was just catchy. And I was like, oh, okay.
No, it definitely sticks. And you definitely said you're from Newport News. So as far as the DJ aspect of what you do, how long have you actually been doing it?
Officially, probably a year and a half, but working on it, thinking about it, probably since 2017.
2017, right?
So it was a process.
So even now, from 2017 to 2020, 2023, you feel like, or even then, what is like your proudest moment or achievements thus far? Or do you have one?
I wish I could prepare. I don't know. I would definitely say, being on the same lineup as O.L.E, which is a Richmond-based producer, and I've been listening to him on SoundCloud for years, so just to meet him and then actually be on the lineup, that was, in my DJ achievements, a great day.
Word. So, all right. So let's take it back, right? So from 2017, right? 16.
2017.
17 till now, and you've achieved a lot. So let's take us back to the beginning, to the day you decided to do that. Do you remember why you decided to?
Because it made me feel really good. Like the mixes I was releasing, it was during college when I was not really knowing what I was supposed to be doing. So that felt like that was the only like sure thing. I was like, oh, okay, this is cool. So that, and just because I really love music, like since a child. So yeah.
Did you have any sort of like, growing up, did you have any sort of like external influences that made you like music? Like people around you, I guess?
Yes, but it was really mainly in like the church. I didn't really listen to secular music till middle school.
That's how I know you grew up in church.
How you know?
Hey, yo, word.
Yeah, so when I heard like other stuff, like my aunt put
So as you heard back that thing up, you lost.
I mean, it was a Beyonce song my aunt put on an iPod Shuffle on the chromatic ones with no screen, and that was like, I was like, oh, and my mom was like, what is this? And I was just like, I don't know, my aunt put it up there, and then ever since then, I don't know, it's been cool to find stuff. I feel like I be telling my mom like, how you not show me this? I don't know, but the church was still a good influence. It's still the same beat rhythms and stuff.
Yeah. were you doing anything in the church as far as musically? What were you doing?
Yeah, I was a praise dancer.
A dancer. Oh, so you were actually dancing. You weren't
Yeah,
even.
for some years. It was actually really fun. Like it was really I could release a lot of shit doing it. But looking back, I can say that. But during it, it was just like fun being with my friends. So
So I get, as far as it seems like the initial input was it was fun, and it felt good. Even now, as far as your career is going, has your like reasons why you still do it, have they evolved or grown into something deeper than that, or you still just kind of do it because it's fun?
DJing,
Yeah.
yeah, and because I just feel like you should just walk into the doors that open. That's what I've been doing.
Talk about some of the doors that's been open for you then.
I don't know. Every gig I get is a door.
Every opportunity. So okay, so definitely everything is definitely a stepping stone somewhere else.
You could say that, yeah. I mean, I just be like trying to just keep practicing, and just trying to be in the present, I guess. So every gig, I'm just like, okay, gotta get better, you know, every single one. That's really what I'm focused on.
And even growing up, was that always like your first passion? Like, did you know you was always gonna like when you kind of knew you was gonna grow up and be something? Was a DJ like the first thing
No.
that came? What was the first thing that? What was the first thing that came to mind?
To be in life,
Yeah,
a veterinarian.
crazy. I was gonna be a
I feel like-
dentist one day.
Yeah.
Yeah, not even close, right?
Like every kid says that.
I like that they didn't let me. They let me skip school.
Sorry.
A veterinarian. So at what point? I guess how long did that dream last?
Until I went to college. I mean, no, until high school. High school, I was just like, yeah, I know I'm not doing that. Because I never had a pet, so it didn't even make sense. But I did like animals. But yeah, no, that was it.
So all right. So we see. We're kind of evolving from veterinarians to DJ. Do you think you're gonna keep evolving? Is being a DJ your end all be all? Or you think you kind of grow into something else one day?
I think both. I mean, I don't know why I would stop unless. I don't know. I don't know why. You know? I can't really predict the future, but I hope. I mean,
So as of right now, it's like this is it, right?
yeah.
Yeah, shit.
And I feel like, you know, any time you're working towards something, it's going to always lead to where you want it to go. I don't know, maybe.
You willing to see other opportunities as far as they go?
You mean like, what you mean?
Would you deviate from anything that's like not? I guess.
Like do other stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would travel. I really want to travel.
Do you do other things now, like indirectly related to like the craft that inspire you to keep making music?
Yeah, like I write for, you know, music publications. So we write about, you know, album reviews. So that keeps me sharp on, well, I'm sharp on music anyway, so it helps me articulate my thoughts about them, you know? So that's cool. But yeah, I would say that's it. Musically.
Even indirectly, like you work out, you take care of a plant. Like, does anything like you know what I'm saying? Does anything you do outside, completely unrelated to music? Do you do those kind of hobbies that help you balance yourself too?
Yeah, I try to work out, you know. I try to eat healthy. Like I really enjoy that. and researching that stuff and holistic medicine and stuff like that.
Where other than that, it's all in. So how much time? I guess how much time on average do you think you spend like hands on then directly focus on your craft?
On all of them?
Sure.
I don't know. It's like every week. I try to do something every day. Try to practice every day. I don't know. I'm trying to do this 3 hour thing, but
What 3 hours thing?
3 hours practice a day at least. So that is going, but yeah.
Nah, I think that's cool. It works for certain people. Sometimes it's like you can do a certain amount or you can do a certain amount of time. However that shit works for you. You know what I'm saying? So even thus far, I mean, we've made it thus far. We've done some crazy things. What do you think, like, maybe one of the biggest lessons you probably learned already?
To be yourself. That sounds terrible. Sounds cliche. But for real, just be authentic. Like, honestly, any path I followed was just because I liked it. And I was just like, if I like it, maybe this for me. So I would just say that.
Can you pinpoint, like, maybe, like, the incident that you maybe had that revelation?
In college.
You remember what happened? Yeah.
Like, when I got my first gig, it was like, how did I think of this in my bed? And I was just doing these wonky trends. It just sounded terrible. And my first gig was actually really bad. Like, but I never thought I'd get a gig after that. So then just that, like, that was the first thing. And I was just getting out of college when that happened. But in college, definitely with my major, it was just not doing it with science. And I was interested in it, but I wasn't doing too well. So I was like, I really like psychology. So I'm gonna do psychology. And it was like fun studying. I really had a good time learning a lot of stuff. So even if I didn't know what I was doing, I was just like, okay, I'm having a good time. At least my money's going somewhere. And then, yeah.
Okay. No, so I mean, it seems like you get kind of satisfaction in different places. So how does like your personal life, I guess, back reflect in maybe some of your sound?
I just think I'm like,
And like your mixes.
I don't want to say an old soul, but I really resonate with old stuff. Like Jay Dilla and not too old, but still like 70s stuff too. But that, there's certain producers I really look up to.
So far as
Knowledge for sure. Imano Ethereal, like all the I don't know, like a lot of
that's a lot,
a
right?
lot of them.
So
Yeah.
so you drop mixes and stuff, right? How often do you do that? Is it like frequent? So can like somebody tell maybe what kind of space you're in life, maybe through a mix?
I feel like on one they could definitely, well, I know for sure I can say every song was something that happened during that time or about or in reference to, but it didn't happen on purpose, and that was the best part. Like, I just listened to it and I was like, oh shit.
You feel like all that describes your sound? Like if somebody was like, oh, what kind of DJ are you? How would you describe yourself? How would you describe your sound?
I mean, honestly, I just try to, at the end of the day, you gotta appease the crowd. So it really depends on the event but I really like getting invites to events that are like more, I want to say, open-minded with the genres. So putting some house in there, like Jersey, and I don't know, doing different stuff than the club. Yeah.
How do
No
you?
offense to the club.
How do you? How have you? I guess learned about different styles thus far. Is it through like I guess YouTube or maybe a personal experience?
Wait, can you say that one more time?
Like you know what I'm saying you understand how to navigate a crowd or appease the audience. Is something like that a skill you've learned maybe studying other DJs that you might like, or is that kind of just from your own personal experience?
I would say both. I mean, I notice when I'm not as engaging. Sometimes you can notice when you're not as engaging, the crowd can feel it. Like, or like when you're in a mood or energy, I feel like they can feel it sometimes. I don't know. So that from personal experience, and then seeing my DJ friends, like how they, like in the moment when it's a great moment, they know how to like amp it up and keep it that way. And I don't know, kind of helps you go back to the drawing board.
Word. So you definitely gotta, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure. It's
You just
trial and
gotta
error.
kind of like live and run with it for real, for real.
Yeah.
So, in your personal experience, right? As far as like maybe DJing on a set or maybe in your spare time, what's like one quick gem maybe you can drop on somebody who's trying to learn how to be a DJ right now? Maybe how to use the board and shit or something they might not know. What's one of your like secret sauce to it? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know. I would say this first practice, just like get into it. Like get a small board, just practice, really. And I don't know, that's all I can say. Believe that you can do it too, because you be like, what? And then it's very discouraging after not having these like transitions work. I know, and it takes a lot of patience, but I would say have patience.
So, I guess personally, like we're all human, right? You know what I'm saying? And we can think about a lot of things. Like, well, I guess before we go there, so even things that should get better. What is your like? I guess opinion on the Virginia music scene? Do you think that like is like a pro or a con maybe as a DJ in today's time?
Definitely a pro and a con. Well,
So
mainly
you want?
pro though.
Well, we can talk about both of them then.
Yeah, I mean, it's just great people out here, really. So it's easy to, get into something, find inspiration. And then con, just because the council, y'all know, Norfolk, it's not really a good time money wise for them and for events. So but really, otherwise, besides that, it's more a pro, I would say, because there's a lot of creative people out here.
Think it's easy to book a gig? Like, all right, you think it's easy to book a gig? About how much time was it from when you started till the time it was till you got your first paid gig?
I feel like it would be different for everybody, but me, I would say, I mean, really, the first gig should be paid no matter what. If you're like, even if you're like, I don't even know if I'm a DJ yet. Like, either way, your time is being spent and used. So I would say it was just the first gig. And that was when I first started, it was 2017. I think that the gig was in 2018.
So about a year just practicing and putting your name out, and then you finally got your first one out the rip, paid for it. No house parties for free for your homies and no shit like that.
Oh, yeah, I did do a house
Oh,
party.
I say, you got
I forgot about that, but it was
that
one.
shit counts. Like those are reps in the gym. Like, how many house parties and shit did you have to like really put in for free for somebody to recommend you to get paid for to somebody else?
I mean, I'm still taking free ones now, really.
Really?
So, yeah, I mean, if I want to do it, I just want to do it. But
So what would make you want to do it then? Maybe just like the personal relationship, or like,
I mean, if it's like for a good cause, that's cool. Or just, I don't know. It's certain ones you say yes and you didn't know that they weren't paying, but it's cool. But yeah. But I would say the house party. I only did one house party, so that's why I don't remember. It was literally one randomly, and it was really fun. It was really fun, but I don't think I got paid. But it was my friend. We were really cool, so I didn't expect that. But it's definitely times where you're not getting paid before the first paid gig.
and did you have to learn that, or you went in there knowing that?
I wasn't even thinking about the money really until my friend was like, "Did you get paid?" And I was like, "No," and they were just on me about it, but
You didn't care at all.
I mean, not really. I didn't even think this was like much. I didn't even, you know what I'm saying? I'm just walking into this very blind. I didn't think, I mean, I know about DJs, but like I said, I grew up in a church. It wasn't, I don't know, no DJ at school. I didn't know about nothing.
Did you have maybe somebody in your did you have somebody in your personal corner who maybe directed you to be like, hold on, this is how you get that bag real quick?
Yeah, eventually.
Who was that? Where?
But I don't, I think it was just a couple of my friends got me right about it. A couple DJ friends.
So as far as like maybe your definition of a DJ, what do you think is like the even your own definition? What is the expectancy a DJ should offer as far as to the crowd or the services that y'all provide?
What should they offer?
Yeah. Sort of expectancy should a DJ be held at?
Definitely just try to, I don't know, I would say, I saw this one meme thing that was saying, like, good DJs play music that people want to hear, and then great ones play music that people need to hear. So I feel like it's basically that. Just, I don't know. I would say play music you like, but that it's not going to put people to sleep at the function. Like, the boundary between that, but at the same time, just like, you're a DJ. Like, don't be another DJ. We need another DJ. Like, that's different. Not just another DJ, So everybody has their own style, which is cool.
Speaking of own style, so we'll go ahead and talk about it. What do you think is your special, unique trait about yourself? Can't nobody get nowhere else.
I'm gonna try to find the most underground shit. I mean, but I feel like everybody does that. But I don't know. We bring in Jersey to Virginia, which is cool. That's one. So I wouldn't say I'm a Jersey DJ, but I do enjoy house in Jersey. And I would say just chill shit, but like hip hop. I don't know. It's just whatever, really. I don't know. It's just in the moment sometimes.
That could be a sound in itself. You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes it works, sometimes it could have been better.
There you have it. So, once again, this is definitely like called the Why Wait podcast. And I know we have exceptional people up here, but we have to remind people they're definitely humans, right? You're definitely a human being, right? So, realistically, do you ever find yourself procrastinating still?
Oh, for sure.
For sure, right?
That's why I was hesitating when I said the 3 hours a day thing. Because I mean, it's not really consistent yet, but you know,
still working on the 3 hours a day
yeah.
now.
I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, it can be a thing for sure, but it's fixable.
So, what's a couple of those thoughts that run through your head that can help you snap out of like being in a procrastination mode that you think about?
To just do it. Like, get the fuck up. Yeah. And then once I get up and I do it, I'm like, oh, this is fun. Why wasn't I been doing this? So I just remind myself of that feeling, like every time you procrastinate and then you do it, it's like it's always like you feel like it's rewarding. So that.
Sure, I only do things that feel like they're rewarding, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, so let's give them some advice for the people out here. You have like experience with like internet radio and podcasts and stuff like that. You want to talk about like maybe some of your experiences with like trying things related to like your cause, like with like podcasting and the radios.
Yeah. I used to have this podcast called Legacy Internet. Well, it wasn't mine, but it was a company, Legacy Internet Radio. Shout out to Richmond for that. But me and my great friend Janine, we used to have a podcast, and that was something I really felt kind of pushed me into being more creative with music. We definitely wanted to add like a music session to the podcast, but eventually it just, we were in different states. So yeah, but it was cool. I would say that.
Yeah. And as far as like the playlisting on the internet radio, how do you? I don't want to mispronounce it. How do you pronounce it for me?
Legacy Internet Radio.
Yeah, and the sessions every other Monday are called but I don't want to call it baloney, but this one is believe me, right?
It's crazy because I say balami. I say
balami, but see,
I say balami, but they say balami.
I didn't want to I seen it. I was like, yo, I didn't want to mispronounce this. I was hoping you could say it for me.
I don't know, like.
So how did like?
I still don't know.
Even with like experiences with that, like how did you find yourself involved with those kind of things?
My friends, like that's what I'm saying. Like people are just amazing and just meeting people. My friend, you might know her, DJ All Natural, but she like sent it to me. She sent me the link. She was like, "Oh, they're looking for a DJ, or they're looking for show submissions," and I just sent in a show. And I already had thought of this show like a couple months ago, so I was like, "Oh shit, I can just plug this in right now." Maybe, I don't know, we'll see. And they hit me up, so that was cool.
Yeah. Hey, sometimes not what you know, it's who you know, right? Once again, you definitely gotta manage your. You want to talk about how important relationships are here, real quick? Like, how beneficial have like managing your relationships, like taking
Um, really far. I don't know, really far. It's very beneficial to be helpful to others, and then, they're helpful. I don't know.
Even now, do you find yourself like helpful and beneficial to other people?
I hope. I
You
mean,
hope so?
I just thought that the other day. I was like, I don't know, wondering, but I hope so.
Well, I mean, right now you could be. I mean, all right. So give some advice for somebody. A to Z. Build once again. If somebody was like, you know what, my 2023 resolution is to be a DJ, what would you say their A to Z step would be?
A to Z. A,
Right
get a
quick.
board.
How much is a board roughly? Or do you recommend any?
Smallest one. See if there's anyone like selling it. First of all, like around you. That's cheaper. And then if not, just out online. It's probably like, I mean, I don't know.
But we definitely gonna go get a board though, regardless of how much it costs.
Yeah, get a board. Get a board.
You recommend a name? Like
Pioneer for sure.
Pioneer. Get you a Pioneer board if you can.
Newmark.
Or Newmart. Okay. So once we get the board, what we doing next?
Just make sure you got a laptop.
It's got to be a Windows, right?
Yeah, I feel like I'm making this so
easy,
longer
right?
than easy, but everyone knows laptop and board. Okay, so then just.
Is there any programs I need to put on my laptop?
Yeah, Serato or Rekordbox or.
Is Serato free?
Virtual DJ. Try to get a controller that's, if you don't get it locally, if you get it online, try to make sure you get like a package where you can get the program and the controller, and it's like a bundle. I would say sweetwater.com, but yeah. So then once you got the program, you got some headphones.
How much should I spend on my headphones?
You should spend good on quality headphones later on.
Later
but
on?
I mean, like if you got some laying around that fit, just do it.
Right now, just go get you some headphones, right?
Or get what you need in the beginning and use it. It don't matter, but
it don't matter. I feel you.
Yeah. But then start playing, and then start going to events. If you got DJ friends, like watch them analyze, like, oh, that transition, like sometimes I just be in a party like, oh, that transition, listening to transitions. It's crazy. But that talk to people. Instagram is cool for that. Twitter. Follow people that love your interests, like a radio show. I want to do a radio show. When they follow the radio show, see what they're dropping, like see opportunities they have. A lot of people have opportunities. All these small platforms have all these opportunities for DJs and creatives. So just start following people. And then SoundCloud, drop mixes on SoundCloud. SoundCloud's amazing. And then just keep going. I don't know. I feel like you'll know what to do. Like you'll get in a rhythm eventually.
I feel the same way. Once you get started, you'll figure out what questions to start asking, right? Definitely understand that. So is the A to Z the same thing as if they're like male and female? Like do you think you've experienced any sort of differences actually being a female in this industry?
That's a good question. I don't know. Actually, fortunately, to my knowledge, no, I'm very like benefit of the doubt for people. So if it happened, yeah, I just like. But no, I feel like I've had good people around me. Like he really introduced me to a lot of. Shout out to Ty. Shout out to Kai. Yeah, but it's just been great people like that. So fortunately, no, they don't worry about that. And I feel like fortunately I grew up with brothers, so it's kind of cool for me to just blend in.
Oh, really? How many siblings do you have?
2 brothers and a
You,
sister.
you the youngest?
Middle.
Or you in the middle? Oh. Hey, I'm in the middle too. They never talk about like middle shit.
Oh yeah, we're gonna talk
Yeah.
about the traumas. I know.
We ain't going to that, you know what I'm saying? So, speaking of like life and like growing up, right? All right, it's hard to kind of like, it's kind of hard to ask this question without like answering it, right? So, I once realized like thus far my life lesson would be you don't have to wait for something to happen to make your move. When you capitalize everything thus far in your own story, your own journey, what would you say maybe your life lesson would be?
Stop caring what people think. But I'm still learning that, so.
I mean, you have to essentially, like, right?
I mean, to a certain degree, like, don't be hurting people, but
I mean, look at your profession. You have to mediate a crowd, right? So, I guess, like, even within yourself, how, I guess the struggle is probably finding that balance between too much and, like, necessary.
of
Like, how much people care.
yeah, for sure.
Do you respond to, like, bad? You ever got a bad criticism on? Like,
Probably.
you were ever responded to it? Or you'll never see it?
I mean, I honestly asked for it from my friends. Like, I'll ask them, like, oh, what was that gig like? Because I feel like they'll be honest with me. And they are.
How many people you keep, like, how many people you actually keep around to do that? Like,
It just be like
intentionally?
if they're there, like, probably like 1 or 2 or 3.
And you allow them, and if they tell you it was bad, you'll be okay.
Yeah, they never come up to me like, oh, you did terrible. Like, I just be like, I don't know. I like the feedback. Like, how was it? And I feel like they'll tell me, oh, that was great, but that one part, or that, yeah. So.
All right, you just fine with it then. So look, that's what it means. You gotta put them reps in the gym. So other than that, in closing, what other because of course you definitely told you how else to like build it A through Z to build a DJ. What are some other like advice you would give to anybody? I guess chasing their dreams or even maybe to be a DJ.
Follow steps A through Z. Yeah. And like I said, believe you can do it in the first place. Like imposter syndrome sucks. So
Definitely gotta believe in yourself. You believe in yourself, right? That's why you ain't waiting no more. You're doing it.
yeah. But you gotta kinda like push yourself sometimes. So
And there you have it. Push yourself. Stop waiting. Believe in yourself. And once again, if they ain't catch it, go ahead. Let them know what's your name and where they can contact you at on all social medias.
Loe, L.O.E _ this is the Instagram _ sweet and low. Letter N L.O.E _ And yeah.
Is that
Thank you.
you said Instagram, right?
Instagram.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, Twitter too?
Whatever. That's it.
Twitter, I be talking my politics. Ain't no. Underscore Folauren. FOLAUREN. So.
You got anything else coming up? There you go.
Yeah, I have some stuff coming up, but I don't want to say nothing yet, because not saying it's like secret, but I don't know. I just waiting to see what happens. But some good things coming.
So y'all might as well go ahead and follow real quick so you can catch it when it does happen. And once again, this has been another segment of the Wild Wait podcast. I'm your boy Honey Chase, and we have definitely had a pleasure to sit down with the lovely Sweet and Low. And once again, why are you waiting? Get your ass up. Let's do it. We out.